I'm Denny Jones, and this is the first ever episode of On Call Wingman. Okay, so this is episode 1 of On Call Wingman. I am your host, Denny Jones. What you'll be seeing on this show is pretty much a documentation of my observations as a dating coach. What we'll be giving you guys, especially in the field of picking up women specifically, is just as much information and value as we can give you guys. No sleaze, no lying, no cheating, no games, none of that shit, okay? So this is like 100% honesty. A bit about myself. I've been a dating coach for about 6 months now, but I've been in the dating and pickup industry for the last 3 years. I've learnt my trade at School of Attraction under the very, very fantastic Damien Dick. And pretty much, he brought me on as a coach early this year, and I just can't stop doing this. So I love what I'm doing here right now. I just want to get better and better and better. And it's pretty much how it's going to be. So my background is this. I am an immigrant. I came from Venezuela when I was 5. I came from a very, very strict mother, a very, very relaxed father, quite charming father, to tell you the truth. But I grew up just being a bit of a clown and not really knowing what my own brand of attraction was. Like, I fell into relationships, but I don't ever really know why that sort of shit happened. So anyway, I did the course, calibrated myself, realized what was working for me and what was working against me, and now I am here. So that's a little bit about myself. Like, obviously, I'm going to put some more stuff in the the YouTube bio, which is going to be underneath the screen, right down here, plus my Instagram and a few other things. So if you want to just do a bit of research, you can there as well. There's also a link there for School of Attraction. And look, let's get into it. We, as guys in the industry, we look to other men for help. We look to wingmen, so to speak, when it comes to learning all these things. And this is Pridey, my friend. He was my first ever, I think, successful wingman. I think the first person I would go out with.
I think it's a compliment.
Yeah, it's a good one. The first one that I ever really went out with on a regular basis, in between whatever I was learning with my coaches and mentors, he would go out with me on a regular basis. The first time we went out, he had a bit of a lucky streak. So I think it was meant to be, as he would say. It was written in the stars. So, look, what we're going to talk about is going to run through a few questions and what really he took out of the course, and being in the industry for as long as he has. It's actually been a year, but you were already a year done by the time you met me.
That's right.
So that was. So he had a bit of an advantage, I think, and a lot of experience in that area. Currently not single though, so sorry ladies, that's it's not possible for you to talk to him. I'm sure Farah would love that. But yeah, look, I think definitely, I've seen him grow and he's seen me grow as well. So moving into the questions, Pridey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right. So I Googled myself earlier today.
You did? Just to find out.
And find out what's in there. It's nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Yeah. But look, like you mentioned earlier as well, I actually got into the program 6 months before you did.
All right.
Something like that. Yeah. So I was pretty much involved for probably the first year.
Yeah.
Second year, not so much and stuff like that. But but then again, like we discussed so many times before. I think there are a lot of things that you can apply to your, to your daily lives in terms of the human interactions that the course pretty much tell you to improve on.
Yeah, so just getting past that initial anxiety and just opening up to randoms.
Yeah, that's right. Because especially when you're younger, at uni and stuff like that, you tend to get a little. Boozy before you go out kind of thing. Try to kind of like pump yourself up before you make that first approach.
Yeah.
I think one of the main thing that really kind of really sort of kind of like, how do I say it?
Stick with you.
Stick with you. It's you're trying to kind of like came up with the courage without any influence or
That's
something
right.
like
That's
that.
right. So yeah, it's the whole thing. It's dry. So none of us ever go out and drink and do this. It's all sober. So and look, it's like learning anything. If you could learn it properly, you wouldn't be boozy at work. You wouldn't be boozy at school. You wouldn't be boozy anywhere where you had to memorize anything, and keep it. So that was one of the big things I think most men have a big problem with is the anxiety that comes along with approaching women. It's very much, they have to be a little bit get that little bit of Dutch courage first before that ever happens.
That's right.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. And look, when we're coaching the guys, like sometimes they arrive with a drink, and I'm like, that's not happening. So yeah, it's a big mind shift because I went through nearly 28 years, not 28 years of going out, but like 10 years of going out, and like that was the social lubricant, so to speak.
That's right.
But it's actually it works against you. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think one of the few things that we need to reiterate as well. I mean, everyone's different, I suppose, right? There are a few guys out there that has zero policy when it comes to alcohol and stuff like that. But me personally, when I was doing the course as well, I think it's all about moderation as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And at the end of the day, the whole point of you kind of like selling yourself out there is you gotta have fun.
It is a little bit of salesmanship.
Yeah.
It is definitely. You gotta put your best foot forward. And if you're kind of like a bit slurry and spitting in someone's face,
that's right.
I'm sure those things don't work in your favor.
Yeah.
I don't know how kinky you are, but they don't work in your favor, to tell you the truth. So yeah, look, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So look, that was your biggest takeout, like, initially, is like, these are the things, like, we're not teaching you Dutch courage. This is actual courage to go out and do these things.
Sure.
Which, to me, that was kind of obviously the biggest breakthrough to start with. You get a good spike when you're starting because, coaches like myself will be holding your hand all the way through it. So 4-hour sessions here in the daytime, nighttime. But yeah, like I want to move on from that because a lot of guys feel a little bit helpless, a bit by themselves in this whole thing. What do you think what is the strength of finding at least one person that you can rely on to go out with you and do that solely, I've noticed personally that when I do this sort of stuff, right, you go out with guys who don't know, the sort of the ins and outs of it, you get blown out all the time. Like, guys are just like, your mates are there to just fuck you up pretty much during your interactions.
That's right.
Where's the strength in that for you?
I think it's all about the hours you put in.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the more practice you put in and the more comfortable, the more sort of kind of, like honesty that you can sort of present to your interactors. Yeah. Something like that, right? Because, like you mentioned as well, I think deep inside, we are kind of built to sort of lie about some to impress your opposite interaction. That's I think one thing I noticed at first, Yeah, man. And the more the more hours you put in when it comes to interaction, building rapport, making jokes or anything like that, the more you sort of kind of like own yourself. Yeah. Look, I want to go back to what you said about sort of not having to do those things that we think we should be doing. I think when you grow up, depending on who your key sort of influences, male influences were in your life, you tend to have this belief system that revolves around that because, you don't have much experience yourself. Yeah. Personally, you look to, I look to guys that were very successful with women, like in a way in which it was very binary. I just thought you either have it or you don't. And the change that I was able to, achieve through the courses made me realize that nothing's stuck, nothing's fixed, but I had to very much unlearn a lot of things. I had to unlearn a lot of myths, When I started picking up girls, and pretty much snatching them guys with truckloads of cash, I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, it just feels like I got a little bit of superpower. It's not actually that. It's really just basic stuff, but I just felt the things that I'd learned in the past were just I just realized they were just bullshit. It's just myth. It wasn't real.
wasn't real at all. And like I think this is why I want to do this. This is why I want to translate my learnings to you guys is because it's so easy for someone to be saying do this, do that, but like these are like the real things that I've been through, and I'm not someone trying to sell you anything right now. I just want to document and improve. So yeah, like I really think it's such an eye opener when you get someone to push you through that barrier. Yeah. So where do you think, like you spoke about originally about the effect, the sort of halo effect that it had on the rest of your life after doing the course? Like what affected you? Where was the change beyond just women?
Yeah, I remember when I first started signing up for the course, I recently graduated, no jobs, and on top of that, I broke up with my girlfriend at the time. So you can imagine confidence-wise, it's pretty much down there.
Down the bottom.
And if I look back now, a few of the techniques, the thing that really fascinates me, especially after doing the course, is more into the self-development type of thing. I gotta admit, I'm not really a big reader. And not really into that. But the more I sort of kind of like, have discussion with even all the other guys in the course as well. At the end of the day, it's like they say, we have a term for it, inner game. Right.
I think most people are watching this probably.
That's right. The thing that I remember, I think one of the key realization was in part of the course we have the process. Process, conversation process.
QRA.
Yeah, something like that.
What was it stand for again? Question,
relate, answer. Yeah, that's right. And one thing I sort of kind of like clicked on me was when I was doing this interview for my first graduate jobs. I think I remember because there's a technique how you control your tone of voice, how you sort of kind of like open your chest up.
Open your space, gesticulate.
Like some body language exercise and stuff. And funnily enough, that was actually my first. I've got 3 interviews, and my second one is the job that I really want, and it just gives me like a huge confidence boost, stuff like that, and that's I think how you like I mentioned before, how you sort of kind of like sell yourself, and you can implement that to your
anything, right?
To your daily life, especially.
And look, I think the fact that we get taught to engage on like, at a really, really high level, it actually makes the want and the need for it so important. Across the board, you tend to realize that it's spilled out into other parts of your life, whether it's a person at the shops, whether it's a person, the bus driver, or what it is. If you get a sniff that someone wants to engage you, you just open up, you turn into that person that wants to know, wants to... I think in my mind, be open to opportunity. You can't be going forward in life and meeting people if you're not, engaged with those people. You're never going to be able to see what's under the rock unless you turn it over. And I think this is the way in which it works. This is the way in which you're able to get under the skin of somebody. Is just you by being totally approachable to start with.
I agree.
Excellent. No, I like that. I like it a lot. So, but what about family and friends? Like, what happened there? I can imagine you'd be walking around with a bit more swagger. Like, I knew when I met you, like you had it anyway. Like, as you can tell, this guy's dressed really sharp, but I think his strut is probably better than his suit.
It's part of the job requirement.
It's part of the job requirement. But you see in this shop on the weekends. But look, I just think it opens you up a little bit more. There's things that you would particularly be a little bit self-conscious about. Like, they just kind of melt off you because you feel like you're resilient enough to bust through that. If you can stand, and I've done it before, like 15 rejections in a night in a conversation, like you can stand most things. I think after that, it's like what can really penetrate you. Sorry for choice of words there. Beyond that, like I think. When it comes to fear, it's got to be up there. Talking to random women, it's got to be up there with men and probably heights maybe. But I think women first. I reckon some guys would more likely want to jump out of a plane and talk to a 10 out of 10 woman, you know?
That's right. And one of the few things that I learned as well, going back to your early points, people engagement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think I would just like to reiterate that how eye contact is so, we undervalue the value of eye contact and stuff like that. Because one thing that we probably don't realize when it comes to interactions, maybe you're nervous, maybe you were sort of kind of like feel outside your comfort zones or anything like that. In order for you to get your I don't know how you say it, like your first engagement, something like that.
Yeah, that's right. It happens well beyond, before you even go over there.
Yeah.
It's like if you can catch an eye, that's a huge thing.
It's the simplest things that makes a huge difference. And I think one of those techniques that I learned, I really implement that, especially in my kind of like professional life as well. And it helps me immensely.
Actually, that was my first exercise that I forced myself to do. Was to lock on with any girl that I thought was even remotely cute and hold it. Because the thing is, your initial instinct is to look away, like it's embarrassing, like it's a kind of shameful thing. But that's not true at all. It is not true at all. And I remember that was my first exercise. And actually, you get a bit of a rush from just doing that. And I don't know if you ever saw this. If you ever seen a girl over there, maybe like if you think about probably about 3 meters away from you, you see her. She looks down, but you keep on looking, and just when she gets here, looks straight back at you again.
That's right.
That I don't know, there's something in there that really gives me a bit of buzz. I don't know why, but that really used to turn me on. Like, for some reason, I'm like, yes. I locked on, I kept it, I got it.
Yeah, I remember that's one of the exercises that they taught us as well. Yeah. And I remember what I did was I was trying to make it more like a challenge kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Because some people, they can actually sort of like the reflex that you mentioned before. Once you see people staring at you, your first reaction is just to look away, kind of thing. So at the time, my challenge was if I can, I pretty much set up my goals, kind of thing. I think what is that? I need to engage like some sort of eye contact,
like a number of people, right?
Yeah, like a number of eye contacts.
Yeah,
both male or female. It don't matter. I think it's a matter of how you sort of kind of like set those.
You gotta start from the bottom. You gotta start from the bottom, work your way up. Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, excellent.
That's about it.
Excellent. Okay, I reckon we're going to wrap this up. So, look, guys, honestly, thank you, Pride Man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny.
Cheers, buddy. Next week, we're going to do another topic. I don't know what the hell that is yet. So, guys, remember, keep any comments you got down there. Like, I will answer any of your questions because I'm your on-call wingman. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram. I've also got Snapchat down there. And also, if you want to see anything that's available on the course-wise with School of Attraction, the link is also there as well. So, guys, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you guys in a week or so.